NSJT, no secrets is true. Jazreel Emil, come on. I was born in a time where there was so much hurt and heartache. I was born at a time where there was so much pain. I was born at a time where love was not mentioned by name. I understood my role and my place in life. I understood my role and place in the governance of those who are higher than I was. I remember at 4 years old holding a gun in my hand because I did not believe that the governance of those who were higher than me could not come to an end. That the empires were immortal. I believe that they had a mortality to them. Although that moment would be etched in my mind forever, another moment would be etched in my mind forever as well. And that is the voice of God telling me to be strong and steadfast, that there is more to come, there's more to battle through, there's more water to wade through. I begin to understand the role of a king. The role of a king is to inspire more than one, to inspire many. I remember as I was going through the abuse and the darkness of my own heart, I remember that God continued to show up and stand up and say, this is the way, this is the path, my son, even to this day. I call him my father because he watched over me. My father was locked away for 25 years in prison. My mother had lost her mind and began to abuse us on a regular basis. There were those who watched our faces filled with tears and sadness and did nothing. I held a lot of anger towards those people. I held a lot of anger towards those individuals who did nothing as I was going through the most terrible time of my life. But the Lord once again stood in the place and say, as a king, you do not lower yourself to the standards of those who squalor in the dirt, in the mud, who does not know their transgressions against the throne. For in their eyes they sit upon thrones of their own. He began teaching me the books of the kings. He began showing me Daniel and Ezekiel, the book of Revelation, the book of Enoch, the book of Bartholomew, Thunder in a Perfect Mind, the origin of the earth. He began to fill my head with knowledge, the 4 agreements, the 5 agreements, the mastery of love. He began showing me what really matters. He began showing me the footprints that he had left behind for me to follow. He began to show me that my mind wasn't contained just by the damage that was being done to me, but it was contained by a divine right. A divine right to be loved. A divine right to be heard. A divine right to be strong. A divine right to be bold and brave. He gave me courage when I had not even the strength to stand on my own. I went through 14 years of abuse to be then later on diagnosed with lupus, then to be later on left trying to walk, trying to talk, trying to express how I feel. Every day is not a picnic now. But the Lord has told me that I still have a voice. I still have a pony in this fight. I still have a dog in this fight. I still have strength enough to fight on my own. I still have the strength to come back stronger than I was before. He has laid before me the books of kings and told me that my heritage, my lineages, my DNA is to be a king. He said unto me, they are kings and queens that will sit upon the throne of men. They shall have their own place in the house of God. He said unto me that your children shall be blessed, and your children's children shall be blessed, that it will go on and on until we receive the perfect eon, where the generation shall be blessed, where the children of destiny shall wave the flags of peace, where they shall be kings and queens upon the earth, because they did not subdue it by anger and fear and division. They did it by peace, love, and comfort. I am thankful to my Father for teaching me a better way to live, for teaching me a better way to be. I'm thankful for my Father for being the master of my life, for being the ultimate creator of my soul. I understand now, Father, what you were speaking. Sometimes we have to take that moment in which we know that we barely have strength, and begin listening to the sound of the rain and the thunder as a storm rages, and begin to say to ourselves that we are stronger, we are bolder, that this is a representation of our anger and our frustration inside being let out into the world, that we have power beyond measure, that we are greater than our sum of parts, that we are greater because we belong to somebody greater. We belong to something greater. We belong to the power of the powers. We belong to the King of Kings. That we doubt no longer. That we fear no longer. We stand ready to change the world. We stand ready to be bold. We stand ready to be brave. We stand ready to unlock the unease of our souls and open up and allow God in, because it's time to believe in something. It's time to do something. Take up the sword of truth. Take up the shield of love. Put on the armor of peace and begin warring for your life, for your hopes, for your dreams, for love, and for God.